welcome to Sunday Night Guardians baseball. We're going to talk about. I'm sorry, I got screwed up. We're gonna talk about everything that's happening. We're here on Monday night tonight. Live. I got James um over there, the Fritz 330 on X, media member one at Sports Key One. Got Bill Petrello at Petrello Rock 44 on X, contributor at NEO Sports. And we're hoping he's coming on soon. Zach's going to be joining us soon. He thought he'd be here this week, and he's still out of the country or on duty. So eventually, Zach from around the corner is going to be here. And all right, so we're here on Monday night. Guardians are live right now. Second inning. We're watching the game. We're going to cover last week a little bit. We're going to talk about this game. And let me tell you something. Thursday, I was on 480 driving, and I sent a text message, and I said, "Hey, do you drive a Volkswagen and you on 480 by the airport?" James texts back negative. So it wasn't James, but his evil twin. I swear this guy looked just like him. But in all fairness, that guy could be the nice guy and James could be the evil twin. So evil twin.
No, it's probably the opposite. I think it's the opposite.
What's going on?
If I had a doppelganger out there, it was probably unfortunately, rest in peace, the hefty lefty, Jared Lorenzen, the quarterback at Kentucky, who played in the NFL a little bit. I remember seeing him one time. This was previous to my Monjero hookup right now. But yeah, I was pretty thick. Probably would have wore Husky if I was to go to that department to buy clothes.
Sears, yeah.
So, hefty lefty, Jared Lorenzen, rest in peace. But I remember seeing him on the Best Damn Sports Show, period, with Ohio's own Chris Rose, and I went, "Holy shit, I'm on TV." I was like, "Wait a minute." So, yeah, if I have another maybe a triplet out there somewhere, yeah.
If you have one, he's in that area, West Park, Irish area over there. If you got one, he's running around by the public house. That's for sure. Good. All right, James. And next we got this guy. You don't want no more tarantella, no more mozzarella. He's going with the enchilada with the fish and bacalata. Mambo Bill Petrello. ¿Cómo está, Mimo? What's going on?
¿Cómo está? How are y'all doing? Good to see y'all again. We made it through another week.
Yes.
Sucks. It sucks getting old. I mean, you guys, you youngsters, my knee hasn't been right for like the past 6 weeks. And just today, I was able to actually stretch my entire right leg out without pain. I'm like, this just sucks. Just sucks. But first world problems, right?
No, I'm with you.
You know what we didn't talk about? The reason we're on Monday night is Father's Day. Real
That's
quick,
right.
James, how was your Father's Day?
Yeah, we had my dad over the house here, stepmom and father-in-law and stepmother-in-law, and just had a nice afternoon dinner and spent some time together. Nothing crazy, just a simple get together, and it's just nice to see everybody. And 2 of my 3 daughters were home, and my wife. So my other daughter, as I've been talking about, still in Argentina. So she'll be home pretty soon. But yeah, it was just a nice day. How about you guys?
Bill?
Well, I heard from all my boys, which was really great. We played cards with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law Saturday night, and then we sat out by our fire pit till like 11. And we'd already went to mass earlier Sunday or Saturday evening. So I woke up on Sunday and like, oh, what am I going to do? Right. So I went out to my patio, just kind of sat out there, let the dogs go out for a little bit, and then really just did a couple little things. But I ended up, because one of my boys got me Kian got me the Guardians TV for Father's Day. So I set it up on the television outside. So I was sitting outside on the patio. I was watching World Cup. I was watching US Open. I was watching Guardians, going back and forth and back and forth. And then it was glorious. Right. Then around 5:30, the oldest son, Colin, invited us to go to dinner. And we went down to a really neat place down in Lebanon, a brew house. Food was excellent. And it was a nice, relaxing day. Did nothing. But I had to fix 2 things around the house. Took me all of 20 minutes. Done. Roger, how about
Well, mine started Saturday night. Jack had All-Star weekend for our league. So they had the All-Star game, they had dunk booth, they had food trucks and all the festivities. And Jack's team played the nightcap, right? We ended it with the night game. And so I bought some raffle tickets, and they had a Travis Pizzano signed ball. And I loaded, I
Oh,
put all of them in on the Pizzano ball. And then I put a couple in for Henry on some toys he wanted. Then I put 2 in for the rubber duck seats with a T-shirt, a hat, and a cozy. And I won the T-shirt,
Uh-oh.
the hat, the cozy, and 4 rubber
oh
duck
my
tickets.
gosh.
So, yeah, and the kid's mom and the kids are like, I want a Kareem helmet every time we go to one of these things. I win stuff, and I won the Ducks tickets, and then on Father's Day, and I showed the boys. I was like, "Hey guys, look, I won this at the raffle," and they're like, "Oh, that's great!" Because for my birthday, I got a rubber ducks, or for my birthday, I'm sorry, for Father's Day, I got a rubber ducks T-shirt. I got rubber ducks gear, and then I got the greatest birthday card in the world from these guys.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
that's they've spent $20 on a card. There you go.
Nice.
It's so, and then we just went through some lines in the water. We fished Portage Lakes. We ate Italian food and smash burgers at the Rose Villa up at Portage Lakes, which oh man, really good food there. Go try that sometime. And that was our day. And then I just came home and relaxed. And I'm sitting in a chair at 7. I was thinking, damn, I wish we were doing the show tonight. So I got nothing to do. But it was a great night just to relax. And you know what? It's enough of that, James. I'm going to turn it over to you. You got some great banners prepared, some good baseball talk. Let's get to that.
Yeah, of course, tonight it's Monday night and we're live, but Guards are at Chicago White Sox. We'll get into that a little bit later. Right now, brief recap over a rough week and weekend. Guards lose 2 of 3 at the NL Central first place Brew Crew. So Milwaukee extends their lead in the NL Central Division. NL Central Division. Just guys, we just didn't play, consistent ball. We had a couple things we want to talk about that I added in here for the pros. I tried to stay away from the cons. From the game 1 loss, Ciccone actually pitched 5 2/3. Only gave up 1 earned run, 4 Ks.
Battle.
Yeah, guys, what do you think about Ciccone right now? Because I have a comment I want to make, but I want to see what your guys' feedback is on him
Go ahead,
first.
Phil.
It's hard for me to criticize, especially after I thought this was a big game. I thought the first game against Milwaukee was a huge game. I mean, I really thought whoever was going to win that first game was going to end up probably winning the series. We weren't going to be seeing Misiorowski. So I thought, man, if we can get that first one, and I think 2 of his last 3 starts, he's gone almost into the 6th or 7th inning. I mean, I think the big thing is, and I think I believe that Hammy was talking, Hammy had the game. I think he was talking about how he started to mix in that changeup, and that seems to be a whole big different ball game for him. And we know we can't hit a changeup, but if we got pitchers that are throwing it and seems to be working, I'm happy for the kid. Can I say? Yeah, he's given us some. He's kept us in 2 of the last 3 games, right?
Yeah. How many strikeouts did he have? 8 strikeouts the other night.
We had four there in Milwaukee.
4 of them in Milwaukee, but
yeah.
the game before that. But because he started out uneven, in the beginning, and we're sitting here talking about guys that like as a 4th starter, 5th starter on this, rotation. Like, you don't have that in baseball. There's a lot of teams that wish they had Slade Ciccone pitching, every 4 days for them. He's really turned it around, though. I think he's settled down. He's let me see here. I got something. Yeah, I saw your banner. He's got a 2.95 ERA over the last 8 starts, and he's limiting opponents to 3 or fewer runs. So when I saw your banner, I did some digging, and that jumped out to me. Over the last 8 games, he's pretty solid. What do you got, James? What's your take? You brought this up.
And you said it perfectly. And the comment I want to make is he's a Jag. He's just a guy. he's just a 4 or 5 starter. I don't know. I think we're probably seeing peak Cerconi because I don't see him getting that much better. Like I remember when they first would have been his first season with the Guardians, which was what, last year. I remember some like his post game interviews. Um, I kind of, I like this mindset. He feels like he's kind of got a bulldog mentality, and I think that's
Yeah.
attractive
Yeah.
to his teammates, the culture of the clubhouse. But as far as the stuff goes, I think we're looking at what we're going to get from him. I don't know that there's any higher ceiling than what we've been seeing recently. So I think that's really unfortunate. But meaning going late into the season, I don't know if he's the guy I want pitching in that short, like an ALDS. If we extend and get into an ALCS, is he a starter? Gosh, I don't know. I'm hoping that somebody, in my mind, somebody can come up from the minors and maybe take that slot, and Cerconi maybe becomes a guy, like a 3-inning pitcher out of the bullpen. So, but I don't want to spend a ton of time on him. Game 2, we lost 9-4. Daniel Schneemann was really his grand slam to make the game 5-4. We never thought we were going to even get a run. We thought we were back in the game, and then Milwaukee blows it open right away.
Yeah.
So Schneemann continues to bat about 220, but seems like he comes up with those clutch hits once in a while for us. So it makes that part look attractive. But guys, is he ever going to hit solidly over 220?
He is 2 for 21 in his last 21 at bats, and both hits are home runs. And one of the crazy stats this week that I kind of delved into a little bit. If a team hits a grand slam, 80% of the time they win the game. We have hit 3 grand slams this year. We're 1 and 2 in those. And the 2 losses are both Schneemann grand slams. Can you believe that? That's crazy, right? Because one of them was that, it gave us the 4-0 lead, and then we had the meltdown by the bullpen in the later innings, which was just brutal, right? And in many ways, kind of had the same thing here. Like, oh, geez, that's a vote one, and we can talk about too a little bit. But man, I don't know too, and it could very well be. I don't think he's made every single start either, right? I think there are a couple times. I think they're trying to get. I think Vogt's trying to get some other people in place. But if you're going to keep Schneemann, you're going to move him around, or if you're going to put him in one day and then take him out another, and then put him in like 2 or 3. I don't even want to get started on that whole process, but I'd like him to maybe get a few more hits here and there occasionally. But until he does, 2 for 21, you are what you are. We're down 1-0 at the end of the second.
You covered it. You know what? He's a guy that's going to hit 240 hitting in the 7 or 8 hole in a good lineup and play 5 different positions for you, giving guys nights off and breaks and play 5 nights a week, or 4 nights a week. So in the end, is that a bad thing? Hell no. You'd love to have that on any roster in Major League Baseball. And maybe that's what Daniel Schneemann is, but that doesn't take away from his value to a baseball team. You know what I mean? I'll still hitting 240, or if he hitting 200, you put him on the waivers, you DFA him, and he's gone in 30 seconds because his value isn't hitting. His value just far outweighs batting average or OPS or any of that. His value as a ball player, to me, and I think obviously to the Guardians organization. No, I think he's a career 240, 250 guy, maybe. Maybe if they let him go play his favorite position, center field every day, or if it's third base or whatever he chose, he wanted to be a second baseman every day. Maybe he'd be a 260, 270 guy when he can just concentrate on one defensive position, and be in one spot hitting every night, instead of all over the order. But that's the way they do it. That's the way Vogt does it. There's guys bouncing all over the place. There's maybe 2 or 3 guys that hit in the same spot every night. So.
Yeah. And the great story in this loss here that we want to make sure we mention is Daniel Espino's long-awaited Major League debut.
Story.
Showing his
Great.
family in the stands and his mom just, absolutely. I mean, what a 2019 draft pick that finally, through all the injuries, the loss of his father, finally making the big league squad. And tell you what, did you guys get to see him pitch? Did you see his stuff? I mean, he was hitting 99, got over 100. He strikes the first two guys out, and then he starts throwing. A third guy comes up thinking maybe he's going to be able to sit on one of those fastballs, which doesn't matter. It's 99 or
Yeah.
100, but he threw a couple off-speed pitches there just to
Off-speed
kind of
pitches,
keep him
yeah.
honest, man. And yeah, that was great to see.
And that
He
that
got hit
was
around
pitching.
next
It was
game, though.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I always watch the replay of it, and I DVR it. Only this is kind of a chip. Only if I'm watching it live from when it starts, then I can record. I can't DVR the Guardians on Spectrum. I have to watch it live, then I can restart recording and record it at that time. But I can't set it before I leave the house. I found that out yesterday. Kind of ticked me
Really?
off on Father's Day, Spectrum. Something with the app. I don't know. I Googled it and it's some rights bullshit. But I did
Weird.
catch that. And it's one of the reasons I went back and watched that game was to see that inning because I had read about it, seen it on X, so I wanted to see it. And again, his family in the stands, that's beautiful. I was there for the outfielder. What the hell is his name? The tall, lanky outfielder that got hurt his neck diving for a ball. Center fielder. I was there when his family was at the ballpark. He played center field when Jay Bruce was in right during that era. The hell was his name? We did the same ball player 2 weeks ago. We forgot his
I
name.
know.
It's the same kid. I was there tonight. His family and his person. We were sitting like 5 rows above him in Grandpa Bob's seats, and his family was right down there by the first base dugout. So that was cool.
Well, that's just a good reason to plug one of our past shows to go on YouTube and watch it, so we can remember who the hell we were talking about.
What the hell is his name? It's all lanky kid. Oh man, I can't. The other kid went to New York. Frazier, remember we were just talking.
Oh
about
yeah, Clint
Frazier.
Clint Frazier is who it was.
Well, that's the
went to
Frazier.
New York, and he came up, and we got He's the one we got. Which neither one of them really panned out to be anything.
Right. And then game 3, Parker Messick, 6 innings, 9 Ks, Manzardo Fry, Bazana home runs. At least we were able to finish the series and not get swept. So 1-4-2. Messick, just another great outing, guys. How impressive is this young man? He just keeps and doing it on the road, doing it in the series so we don't get swept. Kind of reminds me of Bibby's rookie year, where he was kind of the closer to stop losing streaks during that season.
He had a bad outing prior to that, right? Against the Yankees.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, so I believe this was a bounce back start for him.
It's a great bounce back. I love things like that when a guy has a bad outing and he comes back and like, okay, I want to get back out there and figure that out. And good for him. I do like him. I do like this kid. He's the one thing we talked about this earlier. His fastball was only like topping at like 92, 93, but I guess now he's been getting up to 95 and 96. And that's a huge, huge difference. I mean, those 3-4 miles an hour just make your other pitches even that much better. I don't know. I'm happy for him. Maybe they found some stuff for him. Right now, Guardians have 2 guys on, first and second, 1 out. So we'll see what's going on with that.
All right, so let's dive into the Astros series real quick. Once again, another series loss, lost 2 out of 3 versus the Astros. Blue Bats stay cold, ruined Father's Day for us. So, yeah, unfortunately, it seems like I'm sure you guys the same way. You feel better on your birthday. Well, when's your birthday, by the way? Mine's in April, so
November.
I need Cleveland. Well, then yours might fall on a Browns game, so good luck with that. I know
that's happened. That's happened quite a few times. Yeah,
maybe the Cavs win for you, but my birthday always feels better in April when I get a Guardians win, and then sometimes the Cavs fall on that day too.
That's true. That's true.
You know what, man? The Astros, other than Bazana going bananas, that one they were 4 for 4 and that. Um, the Astros are like, and here I'm going to break a rule and mention the Cleveland Browns on this podcast. But they're like the Raiders to the Browns, where no matter what, the Raiders just going to beat the Browns. It doesn't matter how good either team is or how bad. It's just something stupid. It's the Astros just beat us, man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I've always hated the Astros, even when they're an NL team. Um, and just I don't know. I didn't pay that close attention to this series. I think it was a busy weekend.
You were
And
lucky.
I mean, I'm sorry, but busy week. And I don't know. The Astros just beat us. They pissed me off.
Yeah, lost game 1 9-3. Bazana Rocchio 2 for 4 each. Not a lot going on there.
Oh yeah, we did. No. We had the lead. We had the lead going into the seventh, and Bybee had made 95 pitches. You had Altuve coming up. He just gave up a single. Vogt made the switch to our friend Mr. Festa, and the next thing you know, we're done. That game is I think a huge game, because I mean, after I even wrote this down, I was shocked, right? I'm sitting here, I watched Vogt's press conference, and he goes, and this is word for word, okay? Matt Festa has been outstanding all year.
What?
On what planet has Matt Festa been
but
outstanding all year? I couldn't believe he said that. I swear, it blew my mind. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So I think that was a big game. I put that game on Vogt. We had the lead. I like, if you had somebody that was coming up, okay, great. If you had someone that was ready to pitch or whatever, and maybe he did, but Festa, come on, man. There are so many guys in that bullpen that need to go, and he's one of them. He needs to be gone. No, that was an opportunity that we could have taken game one, and Vogt blew that one, blew it out of the water. I looked at that game as a really important game for Vogt. I just very, very disappointed in that decision to go with Festa. Just that, because he comes in first pitch, boom, 3-run home run. Like, there we go. We're done now.
Yeah, I'm totally with you.
He did the same thing 2 years ago, and in his first season, and it was like he threw the towel in a game, and I forget what pitcher he ran out there when we had just taken the lead. It was against the Phillies. It was here in Cleveland, and it started like a 9-game. No, it was last year, and it started that 10-game losing streak. And I forget what pitcher he ran out there, and he just threw in the towel. We battled back. We took the lead. It was against the Phillies. It was a Saturday. We just come off a good, a couple game win streak, and he does that. And I get defending your player or talking your player up, your guy up, but to say something, you can say something like, Fester went in there and he struggled a little bit. He left some balls over the plate. He did, really wasn't what we needed at that time. I think something like that would help a player more than his manager getting on TV saying he's had a great season, when they both should know that's not true. I hate ripping on young ball players, but manager just comes out and says blatantly like something that not, just not true. Tell us the truth.
I have to keep reminding myself that he didn't make it through. I mean, he never, managed in the minors. He came straight from active roster to, managing. And I can't help but wonder how many other managers in the minors were like, what the hell? Right? It's like you learn certain things. And I knew that we were going to have a learning curve with him. And there have been more positives than negatives. Don't get me wrong. But I've seen some times where I really question what he's doing. That was one of them. A couple playoff decisions last year I thought hurt the team. But this game, I chalk up that loss to Vogt, man. And we just struck out with guys at first and second, so we get nothing.
I think if we're looking for one of our leaders in Cleveland that lead their team to give us an honest answer, all you have to do is drive a little bit north, closer to the lake, and we're going to get that during football season. Votes, because Vote's not that guy. Vote's not going to. I don't think he's going to kill anybody through a press conference. He'll have those conversations internally in the dugout, in the clubhouse, and not do it through an answer. Even though our eyes see what we see, right, and we know what we see, and there's definitely been struggles there, but if we want to talk about somebody that's had a great season, even though it's been very short, Bazana in game 2, 4 for 4, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Guys, this kid, if Mizorowski can make the All-Star team on 2 starts last year, is there a possibility that Bazana, since nobody seems to be really dominating that second base in the American League, is it possible he could slide in the back door and make the All-Star team? I already
Fans got to start voting him in.
Yeah.
That Saturday night game was a national TV game too. So that was I think it was a great coming out for him in a national standpoint. Hopefully maybe it'll transpire into more votes. We got to get all of our players a little bit more votes here. So if you haven't voted, man, get online and vote your 500 times or however many times Major League Baseball will let you vote.
5 per day. 5 per day.
But I tell you, to me, go ahead.
No, I'll stuff it like I do at the kids' raffles, and we'll get them in there.
That's the way to do it. That's what you have to do. I was more impressed with Cantillo's 8 innings pitched. I was really happy for him. 9 strikes. He had it going on, man. He really, really did. When you have a big lead like that too, you can probably maybe not kind of let your mind wander a little bit, but man, he stayed focused. Just happy for the kid, man. That's another good outing for him. Another good day for Bazana. Let's save. I wish we could have saved a couple of those home runs. Like maybe one on yesterday, and even one today would have been nice. But oh well.
Right.
Well, it's still early today.
True.
Third inning, 1-0 Sox.
They got a guy at second, nobody out.
Yep. Yeah, we'll skip game 3's loss. Not a lot going on there. Ciccone didn't.
That was actually a good game. That was a good game too. It was a well-pitched game on both sides, and it was a 2-1 loss. But honestly, it was a good game. We just need to hit. That's all. All right. Let's go.
Yeah. So, guys, Guardians have lost 6 of the last 8 series. Somehow, some way, we got a 1-game lead in the division. Are you guys getting concerned yet here now as we approach the end of June?
Go ahead, Roger.
I would be concerned if 37.8% of our total offense output wasn't on the injured reserve all from one game, if it didn't all happen in one game recently. The fact that we're still got our head above water right now, still in first place after losing, like I said, 40% of our offensive output is on the injured reserve right now. So that they were able to kind of plug and keep their head above water right now, it doesn't have me worried. Martinez and DeLauder not getting off of IR and coming back and starting to contribute again, then I'll start worrying. Because it's running thin in the minor leagues. We have the one kid down there that's got nothing left to prove. Ingles. I'm sure we'll talk about him at some point tonight. He's got nothing left to prove against AAA pitching. Let's bring him up and see if he's a 444 or a 4A pitcher, a 4A hitter, or if he can hit big league pitching. So right now I'm not worried. I think it's it's okay. It's okay because of the losses that we sustained on the offensive side.
We're in first place. Who cares? I can't seriously. I can't believe we lost 6 of 8. We're all sitting here complaining, and yet we gained the game on the White Sox, right? Like I'm concerned, yes, worried, maybe, but we said this was going to be a really, really rough week and a half for us, these games, because we had to go down to Houston where we don't play well in. We have to go to Chicago here. It's a rough stretch, and if we can just keep our head above water, like you said, Roger, and keep that 1-2 game lead, I don't care about the rest of the
plus
stuff.
or minus a game, I'm okay plus or minus a game or two right now in June. If it's early, man, and the division's not decided until the end of the year. Let's just keep right where you're at. Keep neck and neck with the White Sox.
Keep on
Well,
swimming.
let's
Keep on
take
swimming.
a look at the standings here. Let's just look at the AL Central with that 1-game lead. If you look over to the other column there, we are the only division leader with a rough run differential of -7 in the negative at -7. The White Sox -4. Let's go Royals -44 in the basement. That's where they should be. But when you look at some of the other teams, the Yankees are +112. Let's see. Mariners are +17. Braves +97. Brewers +119. The Dodgers +133. I mean, those are some. How the hell the Brewers have that large of a run differential is beyond me. I know they're
Well,
good.
they got
but,
two starting pitchers. They got 2 starting pitchers who are throwing up blanks.
yeah.
I mean, when you got 2 starting pitchers that are throwing zeros, and you get 5 or 6 a game, there's your +12 right there in 2 games, right? And we're not hitting anything. I mean, we don't forget before the injuries, we were our differential was +15 before the injuries.
Mhm.
So I think this is clearly you lost 3 of your starters and 3 of your big bats differential. So yeah, it sucks, but you know what? Who the hell cares? We're in first place right now. Let's just get healthy and let's go.
Right. Well, as I asked about concern, if anybody's concerned yet, let's now get into what we've been talking about, even starting last week. As official, Zach Meisel reported this week, Jose has his wrist surgery. He's out 5 to 7 weeks. Do you see that he's going to try to come back early from this, or is he going to take his time this time based on when this injury is? Because the previous injury that he had, similar to this, was close to the playoffs, and he seemed to push back early.
Got him.
Sorry, I know.
That's all right. I'm watching on you. The White Sox guards. See, I just saw the play. I'm behind you guys.
Acuna out at the plate.
This is a great time. We're live.
Well,
This is
you
fun.
guys are live.
This is
I'm
fun.
a good 5 seconds behind. But yeah,
Let's
update
get
the
into it.
score. Stays 1-0 White Sox here in the bottom of the third. So
I think he's going to try and make it in 5-6 weeks. I do.
Man.
That's a
Sorry,
good throw by
James.
Petey.
that's all
That's a
right.
good
Get
throw by
excited.
Petey. I know.
Don't apologize for your enthusiasm.
Oh, I think they are going to challenge. Well, they can ask. What is it? They can officially not do a challenge and just ask them to relook at it without. Right? Is that what the call
He
is?
said he blocked the plate. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, is that what they're calling? Well.
Yeah.
So I think Jose will come back. I think he's going to try and come back.
He was on this side of the line. Watch. He's not blocking the plate. He's in the batter's box.
Yeah, he gave
He's
opportunity.
got the ball. That's fine.
He was in the batter's box. Look at him. The line's right there. Blocking the plate, straddling the line.
Good call by the ump.
Good emphatic call by the.
All right, real quick, Roger. Yes or no? Jose comes back early before the 5 to 7 weeks.
Jose will come back and as fast as he can, and he's not a young kid anymore. He wants to play baseball, and I don't think they'll be able to stop him. I think Jose will be out there as soon as he can.
Next on the disabled list, injured list, Tom Withers reported Angel Martinez, left foot fracture, recovery 4 to 6 weeks. We've already talked about the struggles with the offense. And, when I look at Martinez, what I've really liked about the conversations that I've heard with him through Andre Knott, that he's really, really taken to Jose Ramirez and just his day-to-day approach to the game in general, between the lines and outside the lines. So losing Angel, do you think he's going to have that momentum to be able to pick up where he left off, being a younger player, unlike a Jose who's a vet who can come off the injured list and you would hope be able to jump right back in it? Or what do you think with Martinez on that? Can he handle it like a veteran, or is he going to struggle coming off the injured list?
It just depends on what kind of fracture of the foot. They never talk really about, they just say foot fracture, right? I mean, there are so many things. You have a foot fracture on one of the outside parts, like the metatarsals on the outside, where you're doing a lot of running on the outside. That could really be a more difficult problem for him to come back from. Especially a young guy. So that to me would be one of the things I'd be like, how serious is this fracture? And even when he comes back 6 weeks, you're going to be questioning everything with your foot. The foot is different than the hand. The hand, the big thing I think for Jose is going to be with the bat, but with the foot, because Martinez does a lot of running out in that outfield. He may be more of the 6 week piece. I wouldn't be surprised if he is.
Yeah, I think once he's fully recovered, it's not going to be a struggle. They'll have him do a rehab assignment, and he's a young ball player. He'll be right back out there playing baseball. Not worried about that. But the 4 to 6 weeks hurts, and is a guy that nobody counted on contributing the way he's contributed.
Right.
He's one of the bright spots in our organization that they developed in the outfield. As a guy that can hit the baseball. So he's going to be missed, and like I said, we got like one guy down there, that hasn't already been. Of course, Naylor's hitting the baseball well, but we knew he'd do that AAA pitching. So there's going to be a hole there. He was a big part of our offense and even our defense too on the outfield.
Yeah, my thoughts are with him too is that with him fouling the ball off his front foot as a left-handed hitter, I'll be really curious to see how he is hitting right-handed, because that being his plant foot when he comes back, whether or not he's able to really put all that weight on it, load that back foot up, and hit from the right side. So that'll be something I'll be paying attention to, is his right-handed hitting when he comes back. But and last but not least, but wait, there's more. Chase DeLauder did have a rib fracture, so I got to be the first one here to apologize for the question of last week. Is he soft with this fracture? I got to take that back. I'll save that for another day, but looks like 10-day injured list for him. They recalled Watson from AAA, got his major league debut. Guys, DeLauder's just another bat lost in the lineup that's been hitting well, another young player that helps drive our offense. Do you think Watson's going to be able to even approach at all? I mean, he had one nice diving play in right field defensively. Nothing really going on at the plate so far. Yeah. So
it's a bummer. I feel bad for him. All these injuries suck, but yeah. Chase, that was a good start to the year for him. He was struggling, trying to kind of work through that, and then boom. And I know 10 days, but there's no way he's going to be back in 10 days. There's no way he'll be back in 10. I mean, 10 days, then they're probably going to have him go to the minors for a bit. I think that's going to probably be a big part, but
right.
We'll see.
James, that was very, to step up like that and give the apology. And even though, if he's not soft physically, he's a tough kid, you still got to put him in bubble wrap, because maybe he didn't get enough milk, vitamin D. I don't know, but he's fragile. He's fragile. So he's fragile. It's
fragile. He's fragile.
It's fragile.
So basically, his nutritionist should make sure he's eating a lot of bowls of peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Yeah, get this kid
with chocolate milk on top of it. With chocolate milk on
Count
top
Chocula.
Yeah. So, we just need. This is what they've been building towards since 2022. With this core and this young, and everything is kind of falling in place for him, and injuries are starting to pop up. And what it's going to do is test this team and see what they're made of. if the next guy can step up and they can start, hitting the baseball, scoring some runs.
Yep.
And then here's a secret question just for Roger. Who's your favorite Cleveland, Watson, Khalil, or Deshaun? Okay, we're going to move on from that real quick. We were just going to drop that bomb. And then
That's
Yeah.
bad. Oh my gosh, that's bad.
I
moving
didn't even
on.
see that one in the list.
Yeah, I know. That's I figured one, you couldn't see it. Two, we're just going to drop that and move. So,
Oh my gosh, that's
so
hysterical.
Guardians on the farm. George Valera clears waivers, reported to AAA Columbus. I know you wanted to talk some Cooper Ingle and his 3 home run performance. Roger, 4 for 4, 4 RBIs. That would look nice in a Cleveland uniform, let alone a Columbus uniform. Are you ready to see him?
I'm not. I just said it on X this week. Oh, you guys see, I got 3 accounts now. They hacked my one account. I got my main account back, and then they recovered 2 other ones. So I'm 3 of me on X now. So enjoy that, everybody. But I just said it. He's got nothing else to prove against AAA pitching. The kid's just smashing AAA pitching. Why not? You're bringing everybody else up. Bring them all up, and then let them all play baseball. Let's see if we can win a commissioner's trophy.
That's too
All right.
funny. I want Ailman up. I want Ailman up, and I want Festa DFA'd. I'm telling you, man, Matt Festa has to have some sort of personal knowledge about something Vogt did when he was when he was a minor league catcher or something, because there's no way.
He's got the goods
There's
on
no
him.
way. We got out of that inning. It's 2-0. Thank goodness. They only got 1 run out of that mess that Gavin put us in.
It's more what he said about him afterwards that has bugs me than him putting him in.
Oh God,
What?
I can't. I couldn't. He's been outstanding all year. I'm like, oh my God,
All right.
Steven, what the hell? Oh, Dolly, well, hello.
I mean, I believe that you don't want to show all your cards right away, and but I'm actually thinking that I'm surprised they brought up as many guys as fast as they did already.
True.
So
I know. You're right. I know. But see, what's going to happen next year with the lockout? I think teams are still trying to figure that out, right? I think they're still trying to figure out if we do this. I'm sure there's going to be a discussion about service time, right? I'm sure that's going to be one of the issues to service time. So it's probably one of the reasons why the Guardians are like, well, let's bring up these kids anyhow, right? Because we're not going to have to give them service time next year because we're probably going to be closed. I mean, the Major League Baseball is going to close the parks, but if anything, I would think this is the time. And who knows? Maybe they're looking for somebody. Maybe there's a lot of teams looking for a right-handed bat. Maybe the price is too steep. But man, you got all these prospects down in the farm. You need a right-handed bat, and right now the White Sox are out of their coach's challenge, and Rhys Hoskins actually won a challenge. So we got a right-handed bat that can win a challenge. There we go. But I mean, I don't know. And it's just going to be a mess trying to figure out if you do bring guys up, you're going to have to probably get rid of somebody, either DFA or you're going to have to trade. And then do you trade Stephen Kwan?
So I'm going to say this now, and let's put this down for a note. I want to look that later this year, how many players on our Major League roster has played in Columbus. It might be quite a high number this year. As I watched Gabe Arias try to bunt, that was horrible. Oh my Lord! How he wears Omar Vizquel's jersey, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's weird.
Wearing number 13,
that's
we need to retire some numbers.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Oh, Stewart. No.
Roger,
Stewart's
we're here.
Another one on my list.
Seventh inning
stretch.
stretch. You going to lead us and take me out to the ball game, or do you have something you want to talk about?
I got something. You guys, we're going to get away from baseball for a little bit right here.
We're ready.
You hear about this? The Ruin for Life jackpot. In a devastating twist on a classic lottery win, John Wiley, a man who won the famous Publishers Clearinghouse $5,000 a week for life prize back in 2019, is now facing the loss of his home. After safely enjoying comfortable retirement for more than a decade on a $260,000 yearly payout, his check suddenly stopped. He discovered that the company quietly filed for bankruptcy, leaving him and at least 10 other prize winners completely without their millions that they were legally promised. You lose that McMahon, and the thing went to shit. But once McMahon was gone, that was it. Once he wasn't knocking on the door. And this has gotten ugly, man. The courts have considered them, what do they say? That they're like they're not insured debt. So they're at the back of the line. These people. Take people, if you win, take the lump sum. Whatever they're offered, take the lump sum and invest it. Do not trust any of the lotteries or states. Take your lump sum, John Wiley. So yeah, they're out. John McMahon, since McMahon was gone, it just went to hell. The whole thing. And now they filed bankruptcy. So don't answer the emails no more, James.
I'll try not to. Bill, you got anything for us?
I tell you, man, just the World Cup stuff, man. It has been so much fun to watch. I think the best part, and we kind of mentioned it a little bit last week, but I think everybody has seen a lot more over the past 7 days. These foreigners that are coming into our country, and they're just absolutely blown away by free ice, free refills on coffee, free refills on soft drinks. Nachos. They're blown away by Buc-ee's. Chips. They're blown away by, I think the big thing is for them, what they're being told about our country is not anywhere near what our country is like. And thank goodness that they have been able to, kind of put that out. And I really thought, knock on wood, I really thought there was going to be, like some sort of problem at some of these parks early on. I really did. I am surprised that everything has gone really well. There's been some ticketing issues. Again, the ticket prices are still high. Some of these people are saying, I spent $4,000, but it's well worth it. I'm like, wow. But man, I tell you, the World Cup has been great. The midnight games have been kind of sucky. It's like I thought one game was starting at 11. This was the Japan game on Saturday, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. We got back from dinner, and I'm like, hey, I'm wide awake. Okay, let's watch the Japan game, and it didn't kick off until midnight. I'm like, that ain't happening. This guy's going to bed. But man, what a great week it's been for the U.S. What a great week it's been for Scotland. Seems like Scotland took over Boston, and now they're going to be heading to, I can't remember where they have to play next. But this has been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun. So, hey, I'm all for that.
Yeah, did you see? I thought about announcing that I was going to enlist in the Army, and I was going to be joining the Tartan Army that just left Boston to head to Miami for Scotland and Brazil.
Is that where they're going? They're going Miami? Is that their next game?
See the party and they're doing already down there. They showed the Tartan Army marching to the Marlins game to give it. And what it said on Instagram was their biggest crowd of the year, which has got to be dead on, because I don't even know what their attendance was for.
I don't either.
Opening day, but they'll have a hell of a crowd, and that should be an unbelievable atmosphere, the same way it was at Fenway Park. And if you can get a lot of the Brazil fans to show up as well, that should be pretty neat. Pretty neat environment. And that's not even for the damn soccer game. So,
yeah. So, am I going to get a red card if I'm going to go like this and just, hey, they're Roger, James, this show is really awesome and everything else? Guy gets a red card for doing that on that, even though FIFA did tell him.
Yeah,
FIFA did tell him, like, you can't. Like Major League Baseball, you see them do it all the time, right? Put their glove up in front of their mouth and like, well, I really suck tonight because you give me shitty pitches to throw. You don't see that because you get those great lip readers out there in the world of Major League Baseball and everything else. So
So I was thinking, guys,
Crazy.
of a trivia question that I heard on Instagram for Major League Baseball, and I don't know if I can remember all the answers. I can definitely remember three.
Okay.
What Major League Baseball logos have three letters in the logo on the hat?
3 letters?
Three letters in the logo on the hat.
San Diego Padres.
There's one. Now, you didn't see me leaning into the camera, did you?
Oh,
I did.
No.
Yeah. So do you see that?
Oh,
I
Oh,
didn't know
yeah,
that this
P.
logo.
Yeah, it makes the letter P too.
I apologize
That's
for
their
those
logo.
watching at home, but I didn't realize that this logo had a P in the center of the S and the D. So I did not pick up on that.
oh yeah.
What are the
They
other
always
ones?
they have the Friar, they have the Friar, as the
Yeah.
side logo, but it's I don't know
Which
the
is-
other one. I'm trying to think.
How about the
Texas-
New York Mets?
No.
No.
You're
No?
actually watching one of them right now.
Oh, the Chicago White Sox.
Oh, that's right. The Shy Sox.
And one
Yeah.
other one is not
right.
too far away from them.
Not the Brewers.
No. Did you guys always know about the M and the B being in that Brewer logo?
Oh gosh, the baseball mitt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was one. I
didn't know it
classes-
was like a kid. I didn't really know that until later on, but
Yeah, I talk about that when
It's
we
one of
do
my favorites.
when we do a geometry unit on logos. I bring up Major League I bring up that one,
mhm.
and they're like, like the baseball guys will get it, right? But everybody else is like, I don't see it, right? Like, well, here, and then I'll kind of like highlight it, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's actually pretty cool. It's really creative. It's really creative.
Yeah, so
Not the card. Can't be
Yep,
the
St. Louis Cardinals. Yes, that
Oh, that's
T
right.
is really
STL.
small.
Oh my god,
I know. I forgot about the T when I was first thinking about it,
that's right.
and then once I saw it, I'm like, oh, geez.
Interesting trivia question. Okay.
Well, from
Thank
seventh
you for
inning
that.
stretch, let's move
Like it.
on to the newest version of ABS, which is a bunch of shit. So, what do you guys have that you've heard this week? That's a bunch of shit.
Roger, you want to go or? you wanna-
Roger could actually probably fill the rest of the time here tonight. We won't even have to talk about the
What I
White
think
Sox
is a
series.
bunch of shit is Major League Baseball forcing individuals to wear something as part of their alternate uniform outside their requirement uniform that they are morally against or opposed. And I don't even care about religious beliefs at this point. If you're just simply morally opposed against something or against it, that's sufficient enough for me not to be forced against your will in the United States of America to do something. You guys, this is all from the San Francisco, where the 3 players wrote the Bible verses on their hat. One chose not to wear them. And
Yeah.
if Major League Baseball turned around and issue a warrant, well, now the U.S. Department of Justice is involved in an open investigation, a civil rights investigation in the MLB for potential religious discriminations, and state attorneys in 2 states have. And I say good, because it's about politics don't belong in sports. It's enough of the nonsense. This is America. Baseball is American's apple pie, and in America we get to choose what we support and what we don't support. And no company, no league, no union can infringe on those unalienable rights as goddamn Americans. You just can't order people what to wear and what not to wear. It's enough. Get politics out of sports. Sports is meant to be for leisure and to get our minds off of all the nonsense and craziness of life. It's meant to be entertaining and enjoyed, not somewhere where you go and make political statements. And I'm tired of it in all sports.
Well, I was going to add to that also. So I'm glad you brought it up because there was a minor league team, the York Revolution, who announced that it was forfeiting their Pride Night because several of the club's players refused to wear the Pride Night jerseys. The Revs were poised to wear jerseys with rainbow pattern sleeves. So I think Major League Baseball, what they they supposedly said something to the three pitchers, and then they sent something to the union to be read to all the players about this. Now, Major League Baseball has said that we've done the same thing before when players have put Happy Mother's Day or Happy Father's Day on cleats or something else. I don't believe that's true. I think there have been times that we've seen Happy Father's Day and it's been okay. Now, Major League Baseball says, well, you just have to let us know in advance and we'll have to okay it, but they've never okayed it. So I think a lot of these players are doing that on their own. So, but here's the big thing. Major League Soccer is totally in bed with the Pride movement. I mean, they are totally in bed with that social movement. Major League Baseball should just let them have it. Let soccer have it. Why are you even diving into this? I mean, you had so much positivity with you're right. Absolutely. The Benjamins speak louder than words, but are they getting any money for that? Right? Are they getting money from the different places by having Pride Night? I think the problem is Major League Baseball is the only sport that is during June, which is when Pride Night is, and other than Major League Soccer, which can't have it this year. And even now going forward, Major League Soccer won't be able to have it because Major League Soccer is now going to go to the rest of the same schedule that the rest of the world soccer is, meaning they're going to play in August and they're going to end in May. So it becomes to this point, and Roger, you said it. I know, I guess I'm just an old 60-year-old fuddy-duddy. Right. And I know some people will get on social media and criticize me for this. But if Major League Soccer wants to have Pride Night, let them have Pride Night. Major League Baseball, no, forget it. Don't even try. You messed it up. You've screwed it up. And now you're blaming the uniform policy. Good God. Gentlemen, I have one thing to say to that. 1, 2, 3. That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
We screwed it up. I promise you, people, we're going to get this right next time.
That's all right. It is spring training, and I'm going to piggyback a little bit off of that, guys. And I'm going to say that we talk a lot of balls and strikes, but we're going to talk about some balls and sacks right about now. So we're going to talk about Jazz Chisholm, the Yankees player that decided to foul the ball off home plate and hit himself right in the junk. Goes down on the field for multiple minutes. Trainers came out. If you haven't seen his face and you haven't seen the replay, please check it out. You can see the pure joy coming out of the Yankee dugout.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that Chisholm fouls the ball off home plate, right in his nuts. And, if his nuts could speak, he would say, hey, that's a bunch of shit. You know why? Because he said he's still not going to wear a cup. What the hell's wrong with him?
Good for him.
And speaking of ball sacks, let's go ahead and continue this Howard Stern portion of the show where I was at a graduation party on Saturday and I got to listen to no names, please, somebody that works in the Botox industry. And this person happened to mention that something that is trendy right now is that I'm going to say it, there are males out there that do not like the wrinkles in their ball sack and are getting Botox for that.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not going to repeat that because I didn't like saying it the first time. So if you want to talk about something that is a bunch of shit, any needles near your scrotum, that's a no-go. Next. I don't know how to segue that in. I don't know how to segue. Yeah, into the White Sox series that we're currently watching. It's still 2-0 White Sox here, top of the fifth. 1 out, at least on my TV. Hell, there's probably 2 outs with your guys' TV since I'm behind. Guys, let's talk about the White Sox series a little bit. We got Williams going right now, down 2-0 versus K. And then tomorrow we got Messick. Hopefully another super good game from him. What do you guys see with this White Sox series with our 1-game lead? How important is it to us to make sure that we get 2 out of 3?
Go ahead, Bill.
I think it's a big deal just because we've lost 6 of 8 series. I just think you want to get back so that you're back on a winning track. The fact that it's the White Sox would be bonus. Don't get me wrong, but I even if you lose 2 or 3. You're still going to be tied at the end, right? So let's focus on playing better better at bats. I mean, my God, these guys are going through 3 pitches and swinging at crap. It's just brutal to watch this. I mean, do we really not have any establishment of some sort of hitting guru at the minor league level for these guys? Because I'm watching some of these guys. I'm watching 4-pitch strikeouts, 4-pitch strikeouts. Like, what are you doing? Why are you swinging at that? That didn't even start off in the strike zone, and yet you're swinging at it. So I just want them to play better, make better contact, pitch better, and let the chips fall where they may.
You know what I look at the most is man, they've had a power surge they didn't expect. They've had great pitching and great bullpen pitching. But one thing they're dominant at home. They're 24-12 in Chicago, but on the road they're 15-25. So when I look at division series, and I don't look at just the 3-game series or the series in Cleveland. I wait to see what happens over the whole 13 or 12 or 13 games that they're playing this year. Because they got to come to Cleveland and they're not a road team. So let's take one. If we take 2 in Chicago, that's great. It's a long season. They're pretty evenly matched, I think. Team wise, right now we're not healthy as they are. They do have their Japanese. What's his name? He's on the IL right now. The IL.
Yep.
And he was a huge boost for him in the beginning of the season. He was lights out for him. It was a great. Usually, it turned out. You sign a guy, it just turned out, golden for him. So let's wait and see, till they come to Cleveland and see after we play 6 where we stand against the White Sox, at least. Because that's what, 2 weeks away they'll be in Cleveland, I think.
Think so. Win a series. Yeah. Just win a series. Get back on track. Win a series.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. And I want to put once again Andy's comment here. Happy Father's Day to all the lucky kids with awesome dads. Andy, hope you had a great Father's Day, and thanks for chiming in tonight.
Appreciate you, Andy.
Yeah. Watch Dog Chug on Wednesdays at 9:30.
That stinks. Podcast stinks. Don't watch it.
So we're gonna finish up here. We're gonna watch a little bit of White Sox here as we're talking, as we have most of the night here. The weekend series we got back home. Finally get home against Seattle. Looks like we have our top pitchers here in the Chicago series, but then we got Joey coming off his big start. So if we can carry that on. I don't have any announced starters that I saw last night for Seattle yet.
They're still doing that crazy. They're still doing that crazy, basically bullpen game. Starters go through innings, and that's it. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the Mariners, they're 1 game over 500 in first place in that lousy division. So,
another first place team.
Yeah, they're a first place team. So, I don't know. I'm not. I expect with the Mariners coming, they're playing good baseball. We got to get back to winning at home, and I think that's going to be a big series for us. But I'm not even looking ahead to it so much as really this White Sox series has got me locked in.
I agree.
Focus. Put the blinders on. Focus.
All right, guys, we got any final thoughts? Not that we haven't shared enough thoughts on a nice wide range of topics tonight.
Everything.
Any final thoughts as we get to finish watching the rest of this White Sox game here? Hopefully we can come back and win.
I'd like to see us get some runs late in innings, right? I'd like to see us put up a fight late in innings. Win or lose. I just want to see us do a little bit better in the late inning times. We just don't seem to do that.
That was our trade. That was our calling card. That was the Guardians. We start hitting in the 7th. And for the last couple of years, and we've gotten away from that, leaving runners in scoring position. I'd like to see that change a little bit. So we have bases loaded in the first inning with 1 out. Couldn't get nobody across the plate tonight. So, yeah, man, it's the dog days. of summer. We're coming into them. Summer just started yesterday. It's the longest day of the year on Father's Day. So we're officially in summer, and we're in the dog days of summer, the end of June and July baseball, man. So hang in there. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
I think Guardians fans need to do something like, so I'm going to the Reds and the Brewers game tomorrow night. But I think what they're planning on is there's a section that Cincinnati is saving off that they're going to do the shirts off. So there's section like 401, which is the
Tarps
upper,
off.
they're going to do, yeah. And they're going to do that every Tuesday night now, I guess, that the Reds have a home game. They're going to do that. But what I'd like to see the Guardians do is to pick up some of the things that these World Cup teams have been doing. Like, you have Denmark with oh my gosh, they're all sitting here going like and
the rowing.
You go,
the rowing, yeah.
Yeah. We need to figure out something. There needs to be a group of Guardian fans that figure out something and say, this is what we're going to do out in the, especially in the area in the right field where you have the stand-up area. Those people are all young and creative. They're probably all a bunch of social media influencers anyhow. They got to figure out something. They should figure something out for this weekend. I'm going to put it to all of you who go to the game this weekend and you're standing in that right field stand only section. You figure something out, and we'll start doing it. That's my final thought.
Yeah, I think they do the tarps off at the level just above that.
Yeah,
I think it's yeah.
Don't do what everybody else is doing. Come up with something different.
Guys, should we put ourselves out there and say that we're going to do the tarps off movement after we win the World Series this year? Are we going to agree to that, to do that live on the show, Roger?
There'll be
Trust me, I'm not liking this. But if we win a World Series, come on.
If we win a World Series, I'd rather get my hair shaved.
Better than the bow tie.
I'd rather shave my head than do that, but I know some of you guys already have the shaved head, so.
Yeah, I'd have to grow hair.
All right. Well, we got to figure something out. I don't know about that. I would need to start working out and losing about 30 pounds.
Hey, it's a good reason for us to get in game shape and be ready for the playoffs.
That's a good point.
So, yeah, my final thought, and I know here we're at the end. It's still 2-0 White Sox, but I'm also watching and paying attention. It's something I want to point out, guys, that watching the Game 3 of the Men's College World Series right now, Oklahoma's up 7-1 on North Carolina. Looking like they're going to win the national championship. And you know why? It's because Boz is in the stands. So anytime Brian Bosworth is there, of course they're going to play well. So let's give all credit to the Boz. But no, I mean, if we really want to think about it real quick, it's the fact that next year at this time, we might not have Sunday night Guardians. It might be Sunday night college baseball. It might be Sunday night youth league baseball. What's the leagues your boys are in, Roger?
CFABA, CFABA in Cuyahoga Falls, and we might have.
That would be hysterical. Have the local networks, the local affiliates pick that up and say, hey, you know what? Sunday night we're going to first grade T-ball in Cuyahoga Falls, right? Whatever league they have, and then after the T-ball game, we're gonna go to the U9 coach pitch. That would be.
I would do it. I would do videography for that and post it on the YouTube for Beyond Sports. Put a mic on the players. That would be fantastic. That would
we're gonna have to think of something if they strike.
Oh man, we gotta think. We got. Let's plan that. All right. We said it first before anybody else here in the country. Let's plan that, James. I like that idea. That could
or we'll be back to like COVID watching Korean Baseball League. We'll be covering that.
That could be. That's a distinct possibility. I don't know.
Or try to go get some live interviews, just maybe at the local batting cages, something like that, just to get some baseball, get our baseball fix.
We'll follow the Italian national team with the cappuccino machine in the dugout. Huh?
That's right. Or we can do live botch. We can have botch ball tournament. We can have that. Oh my gosh, we go up to, what is it? The one in Willoughby, I think. The Italian club in Willoughby. Oh my gosh,
Sunday night pickleball. Sunday night pickleball is what we're gonna do.
No, I think the tennis network has the rights to all pickleball stuff.
Oh, that sucks. All right.
All right, guys.
Gents,
Well,
it's been
glad
great.
everybody tuned in tonight, put up with us. I don't know, maybe we're off because we're watching a live Guardians game, but it was a good time. Topics were crazy. Wish we had more winning to talk about, and hopefully that starts tonight in Chicago. So,
Amen.
All right.
All right. Thanks for joining us. And next week we'll be back to Sunday nights, guys. Right? I think. And Zach,
Yeah,
always
next Sunday. Yeah.
Zach at the corner, week to week basis. So we'll try to get him back in the show too. Thanks for supporting us. Check out all the social media accounts for Dog Chug, including the YouTube channel that we're live to now. And we appreciate the support, and just keep loving baseball, and keep loving softball as well out there too. So everybody have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
God bless everybody.
Go Guards.
Go Guards.